Welcome everyone. In this video I'm going to be talking about ways in which I gain success. So maybe you could take a look at some of these ways in which I gain success, and you can begin to see if there's some things in here that you're able to maybe do or change, so you're able to create and to gain success for yourself. Okay, so number one is I never gave up on my dream of tailoring. So I had 25 years of where I owned and operated a tailoring business, and 3 at one time. So I never gave up on that dream. I had that dream since I was younger, and I always wanted to do that. It's something that I always dreamed about doing, and it worked out real well for me, and so I never gave up on my dream. So whatever your dream may be, you maybe want to ask yourself if you're giving up on your dreams, right? So take a look at that. And then number 2 is I spent a lot of time learning the trade. Yes, so no matter what trade you're in, or what product you may be making, or what service you may be providing, you need to spend a lot of time doing it. And that's how you get good. That's how you build momentum. And that's how you really get good at your trade, whatever your trade may be. It may be jewelry making, it may be knitting or crocheting, it may be a number of different things. I'm just putting a few out there, but really spend a lot of quality time doing what you do. So then number 3 is I worked and practiced sewing daily. So not only did I work on my trade, I also sewed for myself. So on a daily basis, I was doing some sort of sewing, either sewing for myself, sewing for my children, sewing for my home, just whatever, So I really spent and practiced a lot of time doing what I do. And then number 4 is I knew there was more to me early on. So early on in my life, I always knew that in some way, at some point in my life, I want to help other people. I knew that. It's just something that was instilled in me. I could feel it in my gut. I knew that some way, somehow, I was going to be at one time some sort of a coach, some sort of a counselor, some sort of something where I was going to be able to help other people. It's something that's really close to my heart. Something I love doing is to help other people. And then number 5 is I love sewing and what I make. So you have to really desire and have a really liking for what it is you do. You can't just do things for the money part of it. You want to do things because it's really a part of you. It's really something you like. And that way you can really stick to it because it's something you totally enjoy. You're true to your heart. You're true to what it is you're doing. And then number 6 is I always listened to people who were smarter than me, right? There's always a few people out there that I always took a liking to. There's something about them that I liked because I liked maybe the things that they brought up in conversation. I liked maybe some different things that they knew about that I wanted to learn about. So I always listened to people who were smarter than me. And then number 7 is I followed 6 other successful people. So I love to follow other successful people, and a lot of times the people who we follow is usually the people that we are really alike in a lot of ways, right? So I love following Dr. Phil. I loved following Oprah. I love following Martha Stewart. I love following a lot of other successful people that are all way smarter than me, right? And it's just something that I always like to do. And then number 8 is I fought for my quiet time with myself. So there's many times where, raising a family, you don't always get that quiet time that you need. But I fought for that quiet time, either late at night or early in the morning, where I could, reevaluate things. I could reflect on things, maybe things that happened the week before or things that happened, a day ago or whatever. I love to be able to reflect and to be able to move my life forward from what has already happened. So I think that's a great way to be successful. And then number 9 is I pushed away negative people in my life, and I did a lot of that. But I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I sit back and I listen to all the garbage that they wanted to tell me, right? And the same thing goes for you. If you have someone in your life that belittles you or doesn't, support you, so maybe you need to rethink those relationships. But I had to, it's something I had to do for myself, right? And so it worked out great for me. So then number 10 is I wanted more out of life. So as I was, running my business and, and everything like that, sitting at that sewing machine every day, I knew that there was more to me and more that I wanted out of life. And that's why I took up coaching, and that's why I am coaching today, is because I wanted more out of life. I wanted to be able to help people in a bigger way. So number 11 is I expected to win at tailoring or any type of a career. So I expect to win at coaching. I expect to win when I was running my tailoring business. So when you're involved in a certain business or in a certain thing that you're doing, you have to expect that you're going to win at it. You have to really have that feeling of, I'm going to do this thing, right? I'm going to do this and make it work. I'm going to make it work, And so that's how successful people, how I was able to be successful, because I expected to win. And then number 12 is I always looked to the bright side of things. So every situation, everything that would happen to me, I always tried to look, or do try to look at the bright side of whatever it is that happens, the brighter side of it. Like right now, we're all in this pandemic and everything is really weird right now, I want to say. And but you have to also look at the bright side of it. It's putting families back together. It's people have more time at home to get the things done that they never seem to get done, right? When you're working a full-time job out of the home, it's really hard to get some of those jobs accomplished. So we have to look at the brighter side of things. More and more people are going to online where we can communicate and keep in touch. So that's one of the brighter things about this pandemic too, is we're all more online and as a community online and things, so that's a good thing too. And then so number 13 is I was highly motivated. Yes, when I started my tailoring career, I was highly motivated to learn. I was really engaged in it. I really wanted to learn all that I could. And then number 14, I was hungry to learn more. Yes, absolutely. And I still am to this day. I am hungry to learn, the things that I don't know, the things that can help other people, the things that, how I can help other people better. So yes, so I was hungry to learn. And number 15, I was respectful to my teachers, to my other coaches, very respectful to the other people who are teaching you, right? You want to be respectful, and you want to be able to have still good relationships with all of those people. And then number 16, I was happy learning the trade. I was very happy learning the trade. Not only did I love the trade, but I was happy learning the trade. And if you're getting into some sort of a business, you want to be happy and to be able to learn as much as you can about that, business, so you want to be happy about learning about it. And then number 17 is I had a love for fabrics. Absolutely. And I still do to this day. So I love fabrics. I love all sorts of fabrics. What I love about fabrics is I like the feel, and I also love the textures of some. So there are some that I like mixing, different mediums together, different textures and grains together to create just unique things. So I do love fabrics. And then number 18 is I was very grateful for the opportunity. Yes, when I learned my tailoring trade, I was without a job, I was homeless, and I didn't know what was going to be next, and I didn't know where to go, what to do. And I made it work. And I applied for a job, and they hired me on the spot, and I was able to make the tailoring, business and the trade work for me. And but if I didn't go through those hard times, and I wasn't, without a job, being a really long way from home, and being homeless, I don't know if I would have took the trade as seriously as I did. And the reason I was able to build a business around it is because I was grateful. I was so grateful to have a job, to be able to have the gas money to get to work the next day, to learn more about tailoring. And that is what really can push you into doing some different things. You have to really be grateful for the opportunity. And then number 19, I envisioned more for myself. Yes, and actually when I was sewing, probably my 25th year in the tailoring business, I was sitting at my machine one day, and it's just like something just clicked. And it's like, I envisioned that I would be doing something different. After 25 years, that I wanted to help people, and now was the time. Now was the time to close my shop, take some time for myself, to be able to write my book like I did, and to be able to move my life forward in order to get the education and the skills to help other people. So I envisioned that for myself, and I did. I worked until the end of the year, and then I closed my shop. I took some time off for myself. I did some self-help work on myself for the first 3 months, and then I went ahead and I started writing. And I started writing my tailoring book, and it has also been a dream come true. And I was able to write my book and to do that. So then number 20, we're getting there. Number 20 is I loved teaching others what I knew. Even in the tailoring trade, I love to be able to teach my employees to do things better. I love to teach them how to do different things. And I do love teaching. And it's just a nice way to help other people that need your help. And so I did I do love teaching. I still love teaching, and I still help my clients to be able to learn so much from me, so they're able to move their life forward and their business forward. So I am still teaching to this day. And then number 21 is I like helping others with their clothing problems. Yes, so that's how I gained success, is because other people would have clothing problems. They would have pants that are too long, blazers that the sleeves are too long, and all of these different things. And I would help them to be able to get things to fit them and tailored to fit their body, that they liked, and so they could look nice in whatever it is job function that they went to do. So I did love helping other people with their clothing problems. And so number 22 is I value the customers. Yes, and I don't see enough of this. I really valued my customers, and I tried to make relationships to where they're ongoing relationships, where your customer is the customer can sometimes be taken advantage of by you thinking that they're going to be only a one-time client or a one-time customer. You really want to think of customers as a long-term relationship. They bought from you once, they may buy from you again. And you want the relationship to grow, and you want the relationship to still stay, where you have communication with them, and if there's anything else you can help them with. So you want them to be a return customer. You want them to be able to go out and to give you a nice, referral, a word of mouth referral that comes back to you, where they send other people to you. So customers, you have to value them, and I did value my customers. And then number 23 is I took the time to do things the right way. Yes. And I see so many people, or I have seen so many people in the tailoring trade that did not do things the right way. They want to cut corners. They want to, take the easy way out, and it really comes back to them. I've had a lot of redo work I had to redo for other people, that they didn't take the time to do things right. So you have to slow yourself down to be able, when you're working on something, to do it right. If you don't do it right, rip it apart, take it apart, start all over again. But it has to be right. You have to put products out there and things out there that are, correct. They're right, And then number 23 is I took the time, that was already, sorry, 24, I believed in myself. Yes, I've always believed in myself, and I still believe in myself. And, you have to really have that instilled in you. You have to really work on that. You have to work on, and clean up some of the things where you don't feel so secure within yourself. You have to work on that confidence and all of that. I had a lot of confidence. I believed in myself. And with that and the trade, that's how I was able to gain success. So then number 25, and our last one, is I valued the trade itself. I valued the trade itself as in a trade, and how other people ran the trade and how other people worked the trade. I valued the trade itself and its long history of where it comes from, and so many different people who've worked the tailoring trade and things like that. I really valued the history of it, and just how it just evolved, and with the pattern making, and all the different fabrics and all the different things that go into tailoring. I just valued the trade itself, and I have so much respect for other people who work that trade. It's not an easy job, but you can make money on it, but it is a valuable trade, and I still value that to this day. So that was my, different ways that I gained success by doing some of these things and feeling this way. So I hope you can get some value out of this, what I shared with you today, and to really think about the things that I mentioned here today, and to see where you stand with those and what you can tweak in your life to make it just a little bit better, so you're able to be successful as well. So thank you all for watching, and I look forward to talking to you all real soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.